Welcome to Passive Profit Partners Podcast, designed exclusively for ambitious professionals like you. Here, you'll find the valuable resources and insights you need to embark on a journey of intentional real estate investment, passive income, and achieving financial freedom. Our aim is to equip you with the spiritual, intellectual, and emotional tools necessary for your financial success. Join us in uncovering the treasures of wisdom and practical tools that have enriched the lives of our community. Tune in, not only to explore the mastery we've achieved, but also to engage in the pursuit of knowledge, continuously fueling success. This is your invitation to discover the solutions you've been seeking to enhance your financial frequency and boost your income. We're here to empower you, your financial journey, and provide you with insights and guidance you need to reach your goals. Welcome, dear souls, to an inspiring episode of Passive Profit Partners. Today, we're going to delve into the concept of wealth as it pertains to you. We have an incredible episode for you today, crafting your own personal definition of wealth and why it's far beyond mere money. Let's empower your financial journey right now. At first, when I was raising my boys, and they had school events, and they had PTA meetings, and all kinds of things that I wanted to participate with them, but I couldn't because of my job. So I had to think of something, some way to create my life so that I could participate in their lives and be a part of it in the way that I wanted to. I came to understand that it was just more than making money, and at first that's all I really wanted was to make the money. But I learned that it was more of a coming together of my heart and my mind, a coming together of a feeling inside me that would be able to create the space for it to happen what I wanted to happen. I wanted the freedom. I wanted to spend time with the kids. We wanted to go to the beach and do fun things or go to school meetings. But I had to work 3 jobs just to make $10,000 a year. We had to live on credit cards part of that time because there wasn't enough money till the end of the month. It was not a comfortable situation, and I wanted out. Right. So I began to study what other people did to get out of their situations, wealthy people that were making money and had the freedom that I longed for. I developed habits. I started taking care of myself. I started exercising. I started reading more books about wealth creation, Earl Nightingale and 7 Steps to Success and all those things. I took Tony Robbins courses. I did everything you were supposed to do, and gradually and slowly, my life changed. Opportunities started coming to me. I could quit my job. I could start my own business. I could do things that made me more money. And our life started to ease up and get easier. And the boys were happier, and they started doing more things. And it just started like a snowball effect and got bigger and bigger until I ended up where I am today. So wealth to me today, it's a sense of freedom. It's a feeling of expansiveness inside you. It's knowing that you can face life's obstacles and still create the life that you want, that you can do anything you need to do, even if you're afraid. And then finally, you become fearless because you realize that you can do anything you want to do. But wealth comes from within inside you. Wealth is this feeling you create within yourself that you are worth it. And when you are worth it, that exudes out of you and creates wealth on the outside. And I don't know every step that I did to make that happen. I just know that I created self-esteem because I came from feeling really unsure about myself and not having a big identity for myself and not knowing where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. But as I developed this sense of worth for myself, that I had things to share with people, my life changed. It's simple, but it's not easy, right? Because we all have that little voice in the back of our heads that keeps telling us, you're not good enough. You can't do this. That's impossible. Well, you have to start telling yourself a different story. It is possible. Anything is possible. And I believe in miracles. Every day is a miracle. Depends a lot on your inner dialogue. And we've all grown up with this sense of low self-esteem. I don't know that many parents bring up their children with the self-esteem they need to get on in life. And they don't teach it to you in school. In fact, all of the experiences we have pound us down and make us small and want us to fit in a box. Well, I never fit in that box anyway, but I had to learn to express myself in a manner that made people respond to me in a way that I wanted to be responded to. Your own personal inner well, touching that place in you and knowing that the world and your place in it is bigger than you, and be able to touch that space. That's why quiet time is so important. When we're so busy, we can't realize who we really are. I've always believed that we deserve to love and be loved. It's one of the biggest expressions of ourself there is. It's that something outside of us is going to give us the wealth that we want. If you have this much money, or if you wear this dress, or if you wear this deodorant, right? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. But you can do all those things and still feel empty, feel fulfilled inside, and be unhappy and not feel like it's enough, because you're not enough. You're not having enough inside you. It's very personal. What it is you want to be, what it is you want to do. For me, it was building a life for my children and myself, and then retiring young and living a life of freedom. And that for me was living in the Caribbean, but that's not everybody's dream. You must have brutal honesty with yourself. And since I've always been a person that's been introspective and interested in studying those kinds of things, in college I studied psychology because I wanted to know how my brain worked. I wanted to know how things worked inside me. And then I read a lot of books. I voraciously read books. But then it's not just reading books. It's not just having the knowledge. You have to experiment in life and see how those things work with people and things and how you do stuff. And life is about having fun, about just relaxing and having fun and letting it come to you. Now, that's another thing I learned. When I would try to grind it out, when I would just put my nose to the grindstone, and when I would just try to get everything done, a lot of times I would hardly get anything done. But when I would just relax and flow with the universe, everything came to me. Opportunities came to me, and I recognized how to take advantage of them. What does wealth mean to me? What does prosperity mean to me? What does freedom mean to me? When you can answer those questions honestly, I think you can begin to formulate the answers of them and how to get that for you, developing the healthy habits to make yourself feel good. If you don't eat good, you're not going to feel good. If you don't drink enough water, you're not going to feel good. And it's important to feel good to be able to produce your best. And I always want to be my best. So I learned those things early, and I created habits of drinking water every day, of eating good food. But once you get that, once you follow the rules, so then you can sort of break the rules and create your own thing, that's when freedom ensues. That's when you feel so good you want to keep doing it forever. And bring out the best in yourself, put on your own oxygen mask, and then you can help others. So feeling good about yourself and about how you express yourself in the world and what you do in the world and how you create in the world, it will naturally lead to relationships with other people, with you imparting that wisdom to your children, with you creating a beautiful relationship with your husband, and that's what I did. In my younger life, I didn't have a very good relationship with men. My father was largely absent. He worked a lot and he was an alcoholic. And he wasn't a raging alcoholic, so he didn't come home and rage at us or anything, but he was emotionally absent from us. So I didn't have that feeling connection with my dad, even though I loved my dad. And in a way, idealized him and picked up things from him. But as I got older, I realized he didn't give me that sense of self. I had to get that for myself as I grew up to develop my identity. And as a teenager, I didn't have a strong sense of identity. I followed other people around and did what they wanted to do. And then I would end up in a place and go, what am I doing here? I don't want to be doing this. And I realized I had to create boundaries, and creating boundaries for myself and saying, oh, this is what I want to do. Oh, you want to smoke cigarettes? I don't want to smoke cigarettes. So I'm not going to be around people that smoke cigarettes. And that's just a very, very simple example. But I wanted to be around people who were happy, around people who had joy in life, who sang and danced and had fun. So I did that, and it wasn't exactly what my parents wanted me to do. They wanted me to go to school and get married and have babies and go to college and get a job and do all the things you're supposed to do. And I think I disappointed them because I was this free spirit who got in a van with a bunch of hippies and traveled across the country and had fun and made leather clothing and danced and sang, and I didn't even care about making money until after I had my children and went back in the workforce and needed to make money, and then I said, oh, to really exist in this world, I need money. You can be spiritual and be prosperous. It's not two separate things. But I know people who don't believe that they think if you're spiritual, you have to be poor. If you make a lot of money, you're a bad person. Well, those are scarcity mindsets that keeps you in the hole you're in, right? And you have to start believing in yourself and your ability to stop believing the beliefs that are keeping you from the wealth that you want. If you say that you want to lose weight and you're overweight and you want to lose weight, but you don't stop eating the foods that make you gain weight and you don't ever build your cardio up to a point where you burn calories, you sit around and watch TV and eat a lot of foods that aren't good for you, and then you go, oh, why aren't I losing weight? Well, it's the same thing with money. You can't say, I want to make a lot of money, but not have a system or a process or a way to do that. And we all have inside us these gifts. We all have these gifts to give to other people that will make their lives better. And when you figure out what gift you have to give to other people and make their lives better, then your life will get better. It's physical, with eating the food that makes you healthy and doing the exercise that makes you healthy so you feel good and we can express that good feeling to other people. It is mental, with thinking good thoughts and expecting the best of yourself and expecting the best of other people, even if sometimes they let you down, not allowing that to crush you and coming back, because resilience is a big part of growth. And it's important to grow and keep growing in order to expand yourself, your mind. And so the mental health is so important, the mindset behind the money of feeling that good feeling and expressing that expansiveness to others. And then your world expands and opportunities come to you, just like that opportunity came to me. You're open to it instead of closed and saying, I have to do things this way, instead of saying, oh, it's okay. It's okay if I'm not always right. In order to be successful, I need to open to these opportunities. That's a mindset. So being healthy in your physical, being healthy in your mind, and then connecting to your source, whatever it is for you, connecting to that beauty inside you, that God inside you that we're all a part of, that's bigger than you, so that you can then relate to the world in this fearless place, this place that has a space for you. I think you can stand up for what you wanted and be the change you want to see in the world and create that change and be successful and prosperous and live long. So what I want you to take with you today, and bear with me if I glance down at my notes once in a while. I'm new at this sharing myself online thing, and I'm continuing to get better with it. But one, wealth is a feeling where you don't have to sacrifice the important moments in your life in the pursuit of the almighty dollar. An example for me is my meditation. That takes precedence over everything so I can face the world being my best self. And number two, being attuned to my true heart's desires, which sometimes takes brutal honesty and looking at yourself and changing the things, letting go of the things that need to be let go of. Developing that feeling, that knowing of security within yourself. It comes from within, that can only create belief in yourself that will release you from money's grip so that you can allow you yourself to use it as the tool it was meant to be and a force for good. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us at Passive Profit Partners Podcast. We really appreciate it. And if you got something out of this podcast, please share it with others. Please give us a like. It would be doing us a solid to help us spread the word. Passive Profit Partners is a private equity firm dedicated to building genuine wealth through purpose-driven real estate investments, delivering above-average returns for our investors while diversifying their portfolios. Our real estate investment projects create a positive ripple effect in the world, fostering fair employment, supporting entrepreneurs, and elevating community prosperity. Does this resonate with you? Answer that call by investing in one of PPP's projects. For more information, visit our website at www.passiveprofitpartners.com. And if this conversation has provided you with valuable insights, please don't hesitate to reach out. It would be an honor to connect with you and confirm that our message is making an impact. Subscribe and give us a like to stay updated with our latest developments.